Stepladder bowling here in Addison, Illinois. Clara Guerrero is the top seed. Birgit Norreichs from Germany is the 2 seed. Laura Plaza of Colombia is next up against Danielle McEwan, 11-time member of Team USA. Colombia, one of 16 countries represented at this prestigious event. 30 international players in all, 3 on our show.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our number 3 seed from Colombia, Laura Plaza.
Just turned 26 years old, Kel, last week. What a pleasure to talk to. So much energy, optimism. Wichita State alum, part of that incredibly tradition-rich program. Great athlete growing up in Colombia. Play every sport you can imagine. Bringing 10-pin, looking for a little help with. Cross lane for the 10-pin. On the spare for Lara. Aerospace engineering major at Wichita State. Hasn't gone into that field yet because she's been so busy bowling on the women's tour. And for Team Colombia, they've got them really busy this summer, as she and Clara told us today.
Yeah, almost to the point where they can't fit everything in. I know Clara has permission to bowl a few PWBA stops and could be bowling elsewhere for Colombia.
McEwan going to start the match too. A major championship is so special.
And something she wants to achieve throughout her entire career. I know she did make a ball change. She tried something in the 10th frame, carried it over into the beginning of this match with a shinier, pearlized, asymmetric bowling ball, more responsive down lane, cleaner through the front. And Danielle's a practice fiend. Yeah. She just continues daily over and over again. So I know that 2-month break had to be mentally tough on her.
Right lane for Laura. How does a 10-pin stand? 10-pin? Why? Does a lot of training with BMX bikers, cyclers, gymnasts. She works with weightlifters, a lot of cross training. She's in tremendous shape. Watch out, though. Well, maybe the nerves got the best of her there. Whiffs on the 10-pin, open frame for Plazas.
Made it to the show with her high series.
First time on TV. PWBA tour. She's been on plenty of times for Team Colombia and Wichita State. But this, Kelly, is a different story.
It's a different beast.
Nice shot. Left lane. Crunches the 1-3 pocket. PWBA tour title. Congrats to her. Touch high, 6'10".
Danielle's starting to migrate a little bit deeper on that right lane. I'm just looking for launch angles, where it's controlling down here. Slightly inside, you can see the light green in that bowling ball pick up. As we say in the bowling world, keep chasing it, meaning keep going further left inside. Give yourself a little bit more skid.
.610, no worries there for Danielle. 20-pin lead. Clara, Laura, Danielle. I hope all big stars collegiately. Laura and Clara Guerrero, both at Wichita State. National champs, Danielle at FDU. And hope we talked about her story from McHenry, winning the team championship this year in Columbus, Ohio. Part of a spectacular run that continues for McHenry and the Bearcats next year. Because hope is back. Left lane, a little high. 3-6-10 up for Danielle.
Sliding 25, 26, 17, 18. Again, it's just not projecting down the lane. It's not getting its skid through that part of the lane. It's starting to pick up even sooner at this section, so it's not getting through that mid-section. Remember, I said the pattern itself is only half the lane. The rest is that brush kind of
frame. Did you talk about the first TV appearance? Didn't seem, when we met with her this morning, overly nervous about it. Such a confident personality. Her mode, trust my game plan. A little bit off the mark. They're looking for help on the 2-pin. Not enough. Serious golfer in Colombia. About 10 years old. She was waiting to play. It was pouring rain. Where'd she go? Inside the bowling center. Two pin, there's a mark. And a bowling coach from Team Columbia came over and said, you just can't sit here being bored. Here's a bowling ball. Let's try this. And she really fell in love with the sport and gave up golf eventually. By the way, she's a near scratch golfer. That good an athlete as you see her road to the finals.
Yeah, qualified 63rd. Liz Culkin was second. So she defeats the number 2 speed all the way, goes against Deandra, defeats her, lose to Birgit, who's back on this telecast, and then down the line, look at the legacy of athletes she had to defeat to get to the telecast tonight. Stephanie Zavala, Rookie of the Year. Zavialova won this tournament twice, Shannon O'Keefe once. Catches the lucky crossover strike.
Sometimes you get a little lucky. Win probability looks good now for McEwan, right lane, trip 10 pin.
Good move by Danielle. Some minor adjustment with her feet and her target.
For a 16-pin lead, left lane. Misses the target, 2-8. Danielle left the 2-8 in the same frame in the last match.
Yeah, physically, I think when Danielle is trying to generate speed, she actually steps out of her approach a little bit. That's why I think her hand is not getting back in that position.
She's a good sport. Big shot here for Laura, who was talking, Kel, with Tourette Mac McNeil a moment ago. Said she has good look, just got to execute better.
Doesn't quite catch a shaker, and I agree with her, Dave, but I will say, like, when the women went from match to match,
Challenging conditions, got her 7-pin. Left lane, Laura crosses over.
Oh, she kind of takes her pinky and tucks it underneath the second joint, so she really puts all the pressure right by the index finger on that callous part of the hand, the medius part of the hand, to rotate her hand around the ball.
But I want to have the same angle, but just like a couple boards to the right.
Yeah, just kind of trap it in there a little more. Yeah, let's do that.
Advice from Matt McNeil. 6'10" Danielle crossing over 2. So
Doesn't quite get to that tracer. So right here, this is a big part right here. That's a big, big part right there where the ball is trying to get down to the lanes, not feeding to that spot, and has to get there, which means it's starting up too soon. Responsive bowling ball, maybe something symmetrical, cleaner cover to try to push through the middle and not be so responsive to it. She's got a 5-pin lead, goes in this 8th frame. The ball looked really good the first few frames, but again, she either has to continue to migrate deeper inside, really start sliding in that 28-29 zone, and try to project the ball, get more hold in front of her by creating a little bit more angle.
So the breakdown, left lane, right lane. Here's the left, Danielle, big shot, delivers.
And there it is.
3rd seed, Laura Plazas. Like Clara, longtime member of Team Columbia. Clara, a real mentor in Laura's development. Nicely done.
Now, here's where I find something interesting, Dave. You have the tour reps from the companies, right, giving ideas. Then you have her coach from Team Columbia on the left side giving her ideas. So now there's a mishmash of thoughts going through her head of, what am I going to do?
Maybe too much?
Maybe too much.
Interesting. Left lane, Laura, 4-pin.
That was a big shot right there. You can see where that ball just wants to pick up and go sideways in the back end. Leaves the 4-pin. I wonder if that missed spare early on is going to haunt her at the end of this match.
And
when
she
she
said
missed
to us
the
today,
10-pin.
right, how big spare shooting would be on TV. Have to convert, had an open. But her attitude, as she told us, I've got nothing to lose. It is. Pedal to the metal. Watch it. Oh, goodness, right on cue. 4-pin stands, a huge whiff. And McEwan is in great shape.
Opens the door for Danielle.
Go up 27, foundation frame. And also leaves a 4-pin.
Good extension, great knee bend.
That's what Danielle needs for the win. After knocking out Hope Bramley in match 1. Trying to climb the ladder. As Danielle Kelly told us today, sometimes nice to come from that first match. You see the lanes transition. You're used to the conditions, the TV lights. And she's had plenty of experience, but you're in a groove when you're bowling a lot. Nothing's new because you've been on the TV pair since it started, as I say that at 17.
Kind of gets that ball onto lane a little bit more. Such a bad break. 6-pin falls right in front of the 10-pin. 4-pin doesn't quite take out the 7.
Near impossible conversion. And just 10-pin.
So Lara still needs to get the first 2. So strike, double strikes 175. Strike 2 doubles and 5 will win it, of course.
Has to have it to have a chance. The first, yes. And her best shot of the match comes when she needs it most. Wow, just shrapnel remaining.
Yeah, she flushed the pocket last time on this right lane. Ball does the same exact thing. Once more.
Plazas needs it. Plazas gets it! Back-to-back jacks in the clutch.
Talk about bowling under pressure. Identical back-to-back shots, maybe a little bit quick on that delivery. Right on target, well executed.
Needs 5 pins.
Gets 6.
Needs a bucket, gets 6, but that's enough for a 2-pin win for Lara Plazas in her TV debut. The Team Columbia star will take on Birgit Noritz of Germany next. It wasn't easy, but Lara advances.